Hey, Kenmore Alliance Church, Pastor Evans here. We're doing the Friday update, and just want to let you know, man, we miss you. Just got off the phone not too long ago with Gail Stark, and that was one of the things I said, man. I miss her voice, miss connecting with our people, and yeah, we definitely miss you guys. But this is what we're doing right now. And we just wanted to keep you guys updated what's going on with Kenmore Alliance Church. So I got two things that I want to do today. The first thing is just one announcements, what's going on with Kenmore Alliance. And the second thing is 7 ways on how to be the church in our neighborhood. We're not meeting here anymore. We have scattered and gone to our different locations, homes. The good news is that we've just planted a bunch of churches all over Western New York, and they meet at your house. So. But still, just talk about 7 ways to be the church during this time. So the first thing is announcements. I want to let you know that there is the Bible 2020 bookmark is ready. It's available on the website. So if you want to download it and use that for your devotionals. I understand that people might have gotten behind, or actually I know people that are ahead, those overachievers, those perfectionists. But we are in the Psalms. So if you have not, because of life, and you have not been connected to the Bible 2020, now is a great time to get connected, because we're in the Psalms, and the Psalms are so rich, and the anchor of Psalms is talking about our relationship with God. So dive in with us, join us, and connect on with that. So the second announcement is D groups. We have over 400 people in home groups, women's ministries, men's ministry. The D group leaders are doing a phenomenal job staying connecting. I'm calling them pastors. They are shepherding and pastoring their small group, whether it be a Zoom conference call or a phone call or email. They're using a number of vehicles, but they are doing a phenomenal job. The women's ministry and the men's ministry, some of the Bible studies have come to a close, but in June we're going to relaunch new ones. Really excited about, there's 3 female women's ministries studies that they're launching. The first one is my wife Melissa is going to be doing one, and it's a former CIA agent who has lived in Florida, homecoming queen, interrogating terrorists. She is a believer. The cool thing about that is that she will be able to Zoom. The first meeting she'll join us and talk about the book, talk about her little testimony, and then the end might be able to join us as well. So Melissa's going to be leading that. Actually, that's going to start on Monday, so you might want to look into that and order the book as soon as possible. Ruthie Gifford is leading a study on Jonah, and during this season, Melissa and I have talked about Ruthie. If we want to talk about heroes, Ruthie is definitely one of our heroes during this season. She has just used her time, treasure, and talents to expand the kingdom of God, and she's still going at it. So she's doing a study. Her and Mary Beth are doing a study, and that's going to start next week as well. And then Linda Swanekamp is also doing a study, and Linda's been doing a great job as well. We're going to do something a little different. There's a 4th thing that's going on, and Sandy Gianni is going to do a gardening Facebook page. So if you guys have ever wanted to do gardening, Sandy's the person. If you know anything about Sandy, Sandy's the person to talk to. So she's going to be doing that. It's something new. We're going to try it out. We'll see how it goes. So that's with the ladies' ministry. Now the men's, there's 3 or 4 men's studies that are going on. 33, we're going to be doing Man in His Marriage. That is launching this Sunday. So if you want to, plug into that Sunday morning at 8:30. That's going to be launching there. And the bad news for men's ministry is that we're not going to Miners Bay. Obviously, the border's still closed. But the good news is I just got off the phone with Dion, and we're going to do a men's retreat via Zoom. So mark your calendars, June 20th. I'll push out the information next week. But Dion's going to be coming in, and he does a phenomenal job. The nice thing is that a lot of guys that weren't able to do the men's retreat will be able to do this event on June 20th. So the last announcement is our website. We want to call our website the one-stop shop. Any questions that you might have for Kenmore Alliance Church, re-entry, small groups, prayer, women's ministry, men's ministry, anything like that, just go to the website. It will navigate you and help you to go to the next step, and the website will be able to answer all of your questions. And if it does not answer your questions, just email Charles at kenmorealliance.com, and he will be happy to respond to you. I can give you his phone number as well. I'm just kidding. All right, so those are all the announcements. And the last piece that I wanted to share with you guys is 7 ways to be the church during this season in your community. I'll be quick. The first one is simple prayer walks. We've all gained weight. Let's admit it. We've had too many cookies and we're not moving around a lot. But prayer walking, good old-fashioned prayer walking in your community, walking around the block or walking around designated areas and praying with your eyes open so that you can see the needs in your communities. Is there a single mom? Is there children at this house? Is there this person go to serve in the military? And looking for ways, getting to know your community and looking for ways to serve your community. So prayer walking is one. Number 2 is give to someone in need. You know, there's monies, there's gas, there's groceries, there's you can bake cookies. There's so many ways that you can give to someone during this season. But look for ways that you can give. Use your time, your treasures, and your talents that way. Number 3, find a place to serve. Now, a lot of you, KAC has been just a church that normally just serves. We roll up our sleeves and we serve. Whether it's youth ministry, children's ministry, red carpet, we had over 100 people, visitors, not visitors, greeters, and people that sorted material, sorted pastries. All that stuff is stopped, right? So what are you doing now? You still have those gifts. So pivot and try to pray and ask God, how can I use my gifts during this season? So find a way to serve and pick up something up for your neighbors. The 4th one is to encourage someone that is hurting. Now, we know someone that is grieving, whether they've lost a loved one. We know someone that's maybe lost their job. A lot of people, our neighbors, a lot of people are going back to addictions. They've been walking in victory for several years, maybe 4 or 5 years, and now they're at home. They've lost their job. It's the perfect storm, and they're going back to their old habits. And so look for ways to encourage your neighbors during this season. Write a note, write a letter. Just be sensitive to your neighbors during this time. Using technology. There's an app called Nextdoor. I heard this idea. They just connecting your neighborhood through Nextdoor. This app called Nextdoor. Then they use Zoom as a meeting place, and then they use like Kahoots or games, and people are meeting their neighbors and just connecting through technology. It's just an idea, but I know people are doing that. But at the same time, use technology, whether it be Facebook, put a video up, encouraging video, put a verse together, something that will encourage and bless someone. Number 6 is we're doing online church. We've had a lot of people join us, new visitors constantly. So invite one of your neighbors, to the online church, and give them the website and say, hey, join us, and then have a conversation with them afterwards. The last thing, I think one of the most important things, prayer is definitely probably the most important, but another important piece in your neighborhood is just presence. And what Melissa and I do sometimes is we grab a coffee or a cold drink and just sit on our steps right outside, and we smile and we say hi to our neighbors, people that are walking by. People are walking now more than ever, at least in Kenmore they are. And taking that opportunity to sit in front of our house and just greet people. And sometimes we have a conversation for 15 minutes, 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes. Last night I was talking to my neighbor for a half an hour, and they're hungry. They're not talking to a lot of people. So it gave me an opportunity to get to know him, and now I can pray for him that much more. So those are just some tools, some quick ways on how we could be the church during this time. So we miss you guys. We love you guys, and may God bless you guys.